Namaste, I'm Suresh Kochattil. The fact that Bharat is under attack not just at home and abroad is something that is very obvious. The campaign to defame our nation began from May 2014 when it became obvious that Sri Narendra Modi was going to assume the office of the Prime Minister of India. While the enemies at home in Bharat are known thanks to the lineage, the ones abroad in many countries use various nomenclature to camouflage the real intentions and the various shapes and sizes. The Indian government under Sri Narendra Modi has been under constant attack at home from different groups who are metamorphosized in the form of agitations against the Citizenship Amendment Act, the stir in Shaheen Bagh, the fake farmers' protest against the farm laws. Abroad, as we all know, many groups who are inimical against the very existence of Bharat have been using intimidating tactics to force the Indian, read that as a Hindu community, on the back foot. This attempt to use violence to settle political scores has been seen in the attacks against the Indian community, including our High Commission in London, the vandalism against the Hindu temples, and the attack on the life and properties of Hindus in various nations, including United Kingdom. There is no doubt as to who is behind these attacks, and the perpetrators make no bones about it. These groups, led by the Khalistanis and the jihadi elements, have only one agenda: to drive the element of fear into the hearts of the Indian Hindu community. But I must bow my head to the women, children, and the brave men of Hindu community abroad who have been fighting back these terror apologists, especially in the UK, and let them know in no uncertain terms that the new Bharat is not the old one. We will fight back tooth for a tooth, eye for an eye. Well, that doesn't mean that I advocate violence in any form, but let these enemies of Bharat know that we will not shy away from showing what we can do. Diplomatically, the Indian government has made it very clear to the British government that the freedom of expression cannot be a one-way street. Citizens of Bharat will give back twice as hard as we get it. We are all aware here in Bharat that the insight in UK has been hard on the ground and on social media for the British Hindus and the British Indians. Grassroots volunteers of Insight have reached out where issues concerning have surfaced regarding Hindus across the United Kingdom. We are aware that the incidents in Leicester, where a Hindu temple and Hindus were targeted, it was Team Insight that reached out to the victims. Insight also needs to be thanked for the course book in the UK for students studying Hindi in the GCSE, that we saw misinformation in the course book and took on the education system in ensuring that the right changes were made. We are not the ones who will suffer in silence. And don't take our goodness for granted. And this is what Hindus should say. Let's make it very, very clear to these anti-India elements that we Hindus mean business. And Bharat of today is not what it was a decade ago. We will draw our Lakshman Rekhas and don't even ever try to cross it. We wish Insight UK a very productive time in the National Conclave, which is being held on Saturday, the 18th of March. And I'm sure that the deliberations will strengthen the cause you're all working for. Your strong grassroots presence in more than 100 towns and cities in the United Kingdom is a way forward. Do ask us for help if required, and we will be there to help from across the seas. Jai Hind. Bharat Mata Ki Jai.